Hi everybody, this is BBP with a SAVFY electric fan and power bank. This is the box it ships in. It's very easy to open and no packaging inside whatsoever. This is just what you get, and the back of the box has the instructions and the important relevant buttons and ports on the fan. Battery specifications, charging time around 4 hours. It says it's from Ice Bingo and designed in Italy. And the instructions are down here. Make sure you give that a quick glance. Again, here's what's inside the box. You get the fan. It's quite nice. It's pretty sturdy feeling. It's build quality is quite solid. The rubber feet on the bottom are almost non-existent and they're misaligned, but I don't really care. You can glue your own one down here if that's important to you. It's about the size of a CD, and interestingly, there's a lot of weird random features on this thing, like a lanyard hole for hanging this up. Here is a USB charging hole, and this side is you can charge your phone with it. Believe it or not, the battery comes pre-installed here inside this compartment. This is a great little feature here because a lot of rechargeable items, the battery is not accessible to the user. This is an 18650 battery. It's a large, high-capacity battery. It's used a lot in flashlights. You may not be familiar with it, but it's now becoming quite common in flashlights, as I said. And the importance of having this accessible and open is that if this battery malfunctions or starts degrading, you can replace it on your own. Rechargeable batteries all deplete over time. After a certain number of cycles, they become unable to retain a charge, and every charge lowers the life a little bit. So eventually they will need to get replaced, and this is great because you can do this yourself and replace it with another battery like this one. Make sure to use a protected battery, which means that it has circuitry to prevent over charging. So 18650 batteries, you can get them quite cheaply, and you can get chargers. But this thing can charge the battery inside here as well. So that just goes in here, and you get a ridiculously short USB micro cable. But you have probably dozens of USB micro cables around from phones and other devices. This is like a 6 or 8 inch cable. You can use it to charge the fan itself, the battery inside, or you can use your own cable. So this goes into a wall or someplace else, and you can power it or charge it this way. Charge the fan itself, I mean. And if you're drawing power out of it to your phone, you can use this end, and you can do both simultaneously. So you can charge and output the fan. But I won't be using this, but it's just there for whatever odd reason that you want to be charging your phone through the fan. Okay, so that's about it for features. So the buttons are down here. It's just 2 buttons, on and off, and the on changes the fan. And holding it down turns on the LED light bulb, which is like a flashlight. For whatever odd reason they decided to design this. This is probably useful to some people. If you're camping, for example, this could be really useful for getting up in the middle of the night. As a camp fan, you can hang this in the tent, for example. Here I'm just going to quickly demonstrate using a iPhone charger cable. This obviously you supply your own. Bonk. So you see it's charging from the internal battery here. So you can charge and use the fan at the same time. Although this is kind of a strange feature, but it's there if you want it. And if you turn the fan off, you see that the phone is still charging. And just to show you the amount of force, I'm going to demonstrate with a piece of regular copier paper, just cut into a little strip. So it is a very effective fan. It's quite impressive for the size of it, but actually the blades, if you can see through the grating here, are pretty large, and there is quite a amount of force coming out of it. So it's good for, I'm going to use it for the kitchen because my apartment doesn't have an outdoor vent or a vent that goes outside. Just kind of recirculates air. So I'm going to put this in the doorway and just kind of blow air out into the hallway. For a desk fan during the summers, for your face, for example, this is great. I'll show you the brightness in a few seconds. Not a whole lot of output, but as a night light and or a nighttime flashlight for going on trips and camping, this is definitely enough for you to make your way around to the bathroom, for example, and not trip over things. So all in all, it's a really nice feature for those who need it. It's kind of weird having all these, options, but I guess there's a market for everything, and if you're specifically looking for a travel fan with light and battery reserve they can hang up, this may be the product for you. I like it a lot because of the portability and the self-contained battery that's user replaceable. That's really important to me, and the hangability. So all in all, this is a really useful product to me. It's not for everybody, but I like this quite a bit.